The main focus of our lives, according to the Bible, is loving God, loving others, and praying heaven to earth. But what about Matthew 24, you may be asking? This is the biggest part that is spoken about. So I'm going to address some of the questions here. An important aspect to remember is that each of the writers were writing to a specific audience, and none of the audiences were you and me. The Bible was never written to us, it was written for us. Do you honestly imagine that Matthew was scribing all the things he'd seen and heard and imagine that we'd be reading them over 2,000 years later? I don't think so. I think he'd laugh if he thought that we were taking his words as words for us personally, especially Matthew 24. I'm talking about Matthew 24 now. So I encourage you to read Matthew 24 for yourself and see how many times Jesus says the word you, as in talking to the disciples and the people who were directly in front of him at the time. In the New American Standard Version of this chapter, Jesus refers to the disciples as you 19 times. You and I are not included in that you. We were not a part of the audience. You and I are also not included in when Jesus says this generation. It's this generation that he's talking to back then. This generation will not pass from the scene until all these things take place. So Jesus was saying in Matthew 24:34 that your generation will not pass away until you have seen all of the things that he's just listed beforehand before they take place, which of course they already have. Jesus was giving a detailed description of what was coming to the disciples so they could prepare and leave Jerusalem before the Romans would come and absolutely decimate Jerusalem in 70 AD. Everything that Jesus said would happen in Matthew 24 has been historically documented as happening in the lead up to and during 70 AD when the temple was utterly destroyed. And this marks the total completion of the old covenant, making way for the new. And the new covenant, of course, is between Jesus and God, and we get the benefits of that covenant.